Saturday afternoon. I stayed home from yard sales today, all but one that my daughter told me about that I ran and wasn't able to get what she had given me a message on, but looked around a little bit, came back home. But pretty much I was trying to dedicate today to get some listings up and some online sales done on Marketplace and things like that. And it's been a pretty successful day. I got some things listed, got some things sold almost immediately, and they've been sitting around forever trying to get sold. So it's been a good day. Kids and grandkids were all at home today, and they live with me, of course, and so I just kind of closed myself in my room, and I put up my hotel sign that I've got on the door for the little ones, and it says do not enter, do not disturb, and they don't. They leave me alone pretty much. But they are all headed out to a friend's house. Adjust my camera a little bit. Friend's house to they've been invited to a block party. And my 6-year-old twin boys think it's a party where you play with Legos. They think, you know, blocks. That was so funny. So we just let them think that Mommy probably will throw some Legos in the car so that they'll have something to play with and they won't be too disappointed. That's hilarious, though. Rain's supposed to be coming in tonight and early tomorrow. I've got a Sunday only sale out at Lake Comarin. I'm going to try and get some more things done, but I figured I'd make a trash run before all of that comes in. Here's a big pile over here. I'm going to stop, and in fact I may have to come back the other way. See it on up ahead. We'll see what we pull out of this pile over here. I'll be right back. Y'all hang out. Well, that proved to be a good one. I'll show you in the video in a little bit once I get back into my trunk again. Somebody apparently was purging their garden items and had a lot of little, inexpensive, but a lot of little metal things with like butterflies, that type of thing on it. Some planters, a few little bird cages, stuff like that. And I'm in Miss Daisy today, so I started to bring the van. I thought, no, I don't really have a whole lot of room for anything really big anyway. I might as well just put the little stuff that I find in Miss Daisy, and I'll transfer it to the van tomorrow morning, and I'll take it over to the estate and just sell it there. It was several good things. They had it out probably for a recycler, a scrapper, because it was all metal on that one side, so that was cool. I just figured I'd get out a little bit, see what's going on. I've seen some furniture pieces and stuff. It's not anything I want, but you just never know. Might be some little something out wherever. Got turned on to Taco Stacks as a YouTube channel, and I've been letting that kind of run in the background. He goes trash picking and goes to the flea market and sells the sellable items there, and scraps or trashes out the rest of it, or donates or whatever. And that's pretty much what I do. If I see something that is not too big for me to haul around, I've got a donation center practically on every corner in the area that I live in, so there's always somebody that can use something. So I'll throw it in the car and just drop it off at the next donation center. A lot of times I'll get things, and for whatever reason I don't sell it pretty quickly, and it's a larger item than I would normally get, but it's in such good condition I can't pass it. I'll just put it out with my trash the next go around, and somebody will come along and get it, especially if it's metal. Anytime that I see metal, anything that somebody can use for a project piece, make into something else or whatever, I almost invariably will pick it up, like this stuff that I just got, because if it doesn't turn, a scrapper will come by. Anything that we can keep out of the landfill is a plus. That's the way I feel about it. So, just drive around in this next little neighborhood. That last one was one. Their trash doesn't go out. This is Saturday afternoon. Their trash doesn't go out for pickup until Monday night. But occasionally I will find something over a weekend. I like to drive around where the yard sales were. If I do go to yard sales, I make note of those that seem to have a lot of little dollar items and things like that that might actually turn over if it was sold, you know, in a chunk of stuff like these metal items or whatever. And I'll go by that afternoon or early Sunday morning and see if they put them on the road, because a lot of times they actually do. Or pieces of furniture that they don't want to mess with, you know. It's stuff that it's like, well, you know, I went to one this morning, and that one, and they had furniture, and it wasn't anything that I would be looking for or go back for or anything like that, but it would be a typical situation if I had a place to put it, because they had a lot of tables and things like that, and they were saying, just make offer. They were telling everybody, make offer on any of it. You know, we wanted to go out the door and stuff like that. So that would typically be somebody I walked back to, or drove back to, not walked. I don't walk to yard sales, I drive to them. But I would typically go back and see if they actually sat it out on the road. There's just something about picking up something for free and turning it over for $20 or $30 that's just cannot be duplicated. Let's get over to this other neighborhood. We'll see what's going on over here. These are the things that I ended up getting. I got several of these little plant stakes. Some are glass, most are metal. A few things that are a little unusual or whatever, but I got probably a dozen of those. And then this here, right here, I'm not going to stand it up, but it's about a 3.5 foot candle stick holder, candle holder, whatever. And then I got all of this stuff. Birdhouses, got some little decor pieces. Little son in there, he's kind of cute. You might keep him. Barrel at the top. It's open on the bottom so that you can put your plants in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this right here, this piece right here is cast iron. So that's a neat piece. So that was well worth the stop. Get the van. I found a Munchkin brand diaper genie type thing. My daughter needs one of those because we sold all the baby stuff and now she's expecting again, so of course we can get one of those. It needs to be cleaned up obviously, but there's nothing wrong with it. And then I found this. It actually has the plug on the back. I don't know, yeah, you can see it, plug on the back and all this. We own one of these, so we aren't going to keep that for ourselves, but let's see if I can open it. Needs to be cleaned up. Doesn't smell like fish. Doesn't smell like anything that's been in it except water and drinks. So I have no clue why. I hadn't figured out why it's out there other than somebody just didn't need it anymore. And it's got the telescoping here. So that's a cool deal. I'll take it to my next estate. Let's go see what else they've got. Shopping off the curb. I love it. Decided to come back to the neighborhood where I found that first little pile of clothes and look through it again. I just threw things in there real quickly, and then, not that I was doing anything, it wasn't a big deal. They would think it was my stuff, but code enforcement came through and I didn't want to be in his way of what he was looking at. I think he probably got that pile reported, so I don't know what has happened to it, but we're about to go see. by the time that I brought everything home, I just threw it right in the washer and put some enzyme cleaner in with it, along with detergent, and they smell fresh as a daisy. No problem. There were some good little pieces in there. There was actually 2 or 3 things that my expectant daughter can wear this early in her pregnancy, and that's going to help her out a little bit, and then I'll just sell them later. So we're going to go back over here and see if anybody's picked through the clothes. It's rained since then, so this is going to be fun. But I've got gloves, and I've got one of my little headlamps. I'll show you what I use. I use what my grandbabies use when they go to the beach. I put it around my neck, but then if I need to slide it up to where I'm looking in a box or something like that at nighttime, I have no problem seeing down in there. So I'm going to pull up here, and we're going to kind of be quiet, stealth as they say. Looks like a truck is parked right in front of that. I don't know if they've got visitors or what, but I don't see anybody in the truck. So we're going to see if we can get up here and see what's going on. I'm going to stop the camera just in case. So that's funny. It took me probably about 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes to pull out 2 13-gallon trash bags full of wet clothes. So it's no telling how much true poundage I have. It was a little funny because I got about halfway through and I hear the white truck there that was parked in front. I hear the beep. Somebody was locking their vehicle, and either they were trying to be funny. I didn't even jump. I just kept going. They don't realize I don't care. If I didn't resell these, if I find things that are good enough to give away but not good enough to resell, that's exactly what I'll do. I can't pass by a whole pile of stuff like that is just too easy. Just throw it in the washing machine, and in an hour you've got clothing for somebody that needs it. So also, even though there's going to be water damage, I'm still going to sell them really cheap. But there's some good Bibles in there, and I'll probably just put those out at the estate this weekend and see if we can sell some of those too. I picked up about, I think, 5 or 6 Bibles, and at least 3 of them have the leather covers, if I remember right. I was just picking them up really fast so that I could get done. And then a Beth Moore hardback book that was up under things, so it might not have gotten wet. I'll have to see. And a few other things. So that was worth the trip. I was going to show y'all my little light. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera or not. Let me pull up here from incognito, as they say. I wear it around my neck, and then I can always pull it to my forehead if I need to. I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull my camera down. Let's see. Might need to. This little camera here. You see it's got the band on the back. Let me turn the light on or off. And it's adjustable and stuff. My daughter got those at Walmart for the kids, and when they go looking for seashells and crabs and stuff like that at nighttime at the beach, they put those on. So I grabbed one of those. I'll probably get me a couple of them, keep them in my vehicles. Makes it a lot simpler. I've had different flashlights and wrist flashlights and all kinds of stuff, but these usually will work the best, and you've only got $1 in them if you did lose them or something. So it's early yet. It's only 9:40. And for those of you that are friends with me off of YouTube, you know that I am a night owl. So this is the shank of the evening for me. I'm going to go home and I'm going to throw both these loads of clothes on and see what we end up with at the end. So I figure I'll try these out. I got them out of my car finally. It took a couple of days. I actually have the box for this, but when I plugged it in, it didn't, you know, spark or anything like that. But I did notice that, I don't know if you can see it or not, lights, the lights are bad today, it's dark. It's on, there's no light, but when I flip it back, the light comes on. So that's kind of weird. I did try it just to make sure it wasn't gonna like kill me on camera or anything. Doesn't work, don't get any action or anything like that, but this piece I'll be able to take off. I should be able to part out some of these pieces like this that are in there. This front piece, it looks like, and that may be why it's not working, I don't know. I'm not an aficionado on any of this kind of stuff. This little piece here doesn't grip very well. It looks like that it might have busted off or something like that. So this little brush may come off. We'll fiddle with it. I just got my nails done, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. So that one is a bust on the unit, but I'll be able to put the plug out, sell it at a yard sale or whatever. Now let's try the typewriter. Alright, so it's plugged in. Let's see what it does. Does it have an on-off maybe? Don't know. That's for the paper. My old one had an on-off on here, so I tried it a minute ago and it actually came on. Maybe it's the reset. Is that the issue? Yeah, that's the issue. That might be something to look at on the other piece, huh? Looks like the carriage moves. I haven't messed with these, and like I said, I just got my nails done, so I don't really want to mess around with it too much. But anyway, it's still got a tape down in there. We'll try it out. This is very similar to one that I had in the day. Readout is still good on here. I'll have to look it up and see kind of what's going on and all of that. So it looks like that works. I will probably put it up on a local site, but it's a Brother brand, and it's the Quiet Clearview Sound Shield. And then it's got a number or something down here that I can't see in the light. So anyway, so it looks like that works, which is cool. So since I set the reset button, let's see what this silly thing does. Probably nothing. Since I took it apart, it really may do nothing. It's still off when it's on and on when it's off. Where's people like Lonnie when I need him? So there's that. There's cash in the trash. Oh, and I had something else. Did I lose it? Oh, yeah, I did. It's on the floor. I found this down inside the box, and it's good at my favorite little Mexican restaurant, and the date is still good on it. Pretty cool, huh? Looks like margarita time. More money. At least $5, right? The small cheese dip is like $5.95, so there you go. Trash to cash.